Sairam, some devotees in Vishakhapatnam do this Narayan Seva in one particular railway station. Every day, every morning they serve only breakfast. Their idea is that a lot of workers, people who do manual work and collect daily wages, go for work without eating anything in the morning. They can't afford breakfast, so they set up a counter to serve breakfast for all these people. All these coolies, people who sell tea in the platform, and anybody can come and have. So they have been doing this for a while. There was one particular devotee who was joining this seva for the first time. He joined this group. They all went to the railway station and were doing this seva. As they were serving food, there came a man dressed in perfect clothes, neatly pressed, wearing a nice shining shoes, nice belt, very well groomed. He came and very rightly took the breakfast, ate it and went away. So this new devotee became restless. He said, "We are doing this seva for poor people. Why is he coming and having here?" After this sSeva is over, he goes to this man and says, "You shouldn't be doing this. This is for poor people. You are taking away somebody else's breakfast." Then this man tells the story. He was working as a clerk in some particular office. He was doing well but lost his job. He had a big family to fend for and he didn't know what to do. So, you will also have that anger. There would also be the thought, the world has been unfair to me. He had got into that mode of self-sympathy and he said that he was going to pay back. He said, "I am not going to take a job. I will go and start pickpocketing people." What he did was that he would pretend every day as though he is going for work. He would get up, would go into these busy streets and he start lifting wallets, handbags, etc. Whatever he could lay his hands on. And this was going on for a few months. He said that he had a very practical problem. If he was going for a government job, he could go at 10 o'clock, but this kind of job would have had to go early. He had to leave home by 7 to 8 a.m. His wife could not cook breakfast for him. Then, one day, he came and saw this counter, and said, "Wow. This is interesting. I can always have my breakfast here and carry on with my work the rest of the day." So, one day he comes, eats this breakfast and he goes to the nearby bus stand. He, standing there, finds an elderly man and a young lady, come and stand in front of him. From behind, he comes to know that they have some money in the bank. They have a handbag and also have money in the bank. So he decides, for today, this is it. Just loot this and then go home. And as he is standing there, he hears the father. Apparently it's a father and his daughter. He hears the father telling his daughter, "If your marriage is done, I am done with all my responsibilities and I can retire in peace." Therefore, that money is apparently for that daughter's wedding and he has earned all his life saving up for that. That's his last responsibility. This man, who wanted to steal that, hears this and thinks, "I have heard such things many times before, but today I feel I cannot loot this man. I cannot break this family's heart." And he says, "I have no idea why I feel that way." But he says that day he just could not pick anybody's wallet or handbag. He goes back home empty-handed. He thinks the whole night, wakes up in the morning and wonders why this happened. Then he gets this sense, has it got anything to do with the breakfast? You have nutritional food. But moral food, you ever heard of that? Is it because of the breakfast that I had, because that's the only different thing that I did? He again had breakfast that day and for the rest of the day he is just not able to lift anybody's money. And then he goes on to say that he was repentant. He goes looking for a job. He gets a job which doesn't pay well. But, still it's a job which is permitting him to live well. And then to this devotee who asked, he said, I come here without fail every day and eat at least something from here because this heart is as good as this food has made it so. Sai Ram.